Hello everybody, welcome back to Beware the Terrible. Today we have a new deck for you called the Fortune Kitty, featuring our Meowth VMAX from Sword and Shield promo. So the old card, the SWSH promo card with the GMAX Gold Rush attack. So GMAX Gold Rush allows you to do 200 damage for 4 energy cards. You need 4 colorless energy, so we actually get to attach with our Xerneas, Breath of Life, such a deck for any three different types of basic energy cards. So only 3 different types of basic energy card. That means you can't actually search for the same type more than once. So 3 different types of energy and then attach to your Pokemon in any way you like. So we're trying to attach energy cards, all 3 to our VMAX, and then on the next turn attach that extra 1. And then if they Crushing Hammer you, we don't actually have a Melanie for this deck. We are not playing that many water energy cards, only 1 water energy. I tried putting a Melanie in this deck, but it doesn't work because Melanie actually requires a lot of water energy cards. You need like 12 energy cards to pull off a Melanie in your deck. So I prefer not to have a Melanie. If they use a Crushing Hammer, this deck is not good anymore. So any Crushing Hammer, Team Yell, Hydro Snipe, stuff like that actually destroys this deck. But if they don't use those cards in time, if they flip tails for their Crushing Hammers, Fan of Waves doesn't actually work because we are attaching basic energy cards. So that's the good thing about this deck. So if they flip tails with their Crushing Hammer, we actually get to do attack on our second turn. Well, it's actually better to go first for this deck, because if you go first, you actually get to use a Capture Energy. So I'll go through the deck list right now. We have 4 copies of our Capture Energy to bring out our basic Pokemon. We need a lot of basic Pokemon to start with because we are playing our Milotic, we are playing our Meowth VMAX, and also our Xerneas. We need these 3 basic, the basic Pokemons of these 3 cards early on as the first turn, so that we get to use Breath of Life and also use Milotic to help us with our hand, so that we get to do a lot of damage later on with our hand kinesis, because we are essentially drawing 6 cards every turn. We're only drawing 3 cards for our supporter cards because I actually prefer not to draw 4. If you play Dan, it's risky, as we all know. If you play Gym Trainer, it's also very risky. You need to wait for your VMAX to get knocked out, which is not a good thing. If you wait for your Indeedee to get knocked out, is good because it's a 1 price card. But since we are playing a VMAX in this deck, we cannot rely too much on Gym Trainer. So we only have that 1 copy of Gym Trainer. Doctor doesn't actually do much because if they don't play VMAXs, we only draw 2 cards for Doctor. Honey doesn't actually draw a lot because you only draw 1 card for each V card on your opponent's bench, and usually they don't play that many. You only draw like 2 or 3 for a Honey. So the best cards to play is kind of Avery and Birdkeeper. I tried League Stuff. So League Stuffs allow you to draw 4 cards if you have Winden Stadium in play. So Winden Stadium allows you to help it helps out with your Meowth VMAX as well. If they damage your Meowth V, when you evolve, you actually get to recover 100 damage as you evolve your VMAX card. So Winden Stadium is actually a very good combo, but it is an additional 4 cards in your deck. You're actually restricting the space by 4, because you need those 4 Winden Stadium cards. If you don't have that specific stadium card in your hand, you only draw 2 cards with your League Staff. So that card is actually, that supporter card is not that good actually, because you need that stadium. So the only way you can draw 4 cards for sure with that supporter card is if you have 4 copies of that stadium in this deck, which is a bulk amount, which actually confines you and you don't have space for your other cards anymore. So we are playing 3 copies of each Indeedee and Meowth VMAXs. We also have 3 copies of our Phoebus, but also only 2 Milotic and 3 Xerneas as well. So we are also playing that 1 copy of Menifee Ocean Search to allow us to search our deck for any the top 6 card of our deck for any Pokemon card, put it into our hand, and then evolve easily, because we don't actually have that many evolution incense. 4 is actually a lot for any deck. For a regular deck, 4 is enough, more than enough for evolution incense. Normally 3 is actually good enough, but for this deck we actually need way more than 4, just because we are drawing only 3 cards at a time. For all of our supporter cards, we are only drawing 3 cards. We can't use a Marnie because Marnie is going to put our cards back into the deck. We cannot afford to reduce the number of cards in our hand because we are trying to attack hand kinesis at least 200 damage by the time our first VMAX get knocked out. We're only using 1 VMAX, by the way, because we can't actually charge up the second one. The second one, we need to use another Xerneas, which is not a good idea, because by that time you would have a lot of cards in your hand. You might as well use your Indeedee hand kinesis. That is why we have 3 copies of this 1 price card in this deck. So the main strategy for this deck is to use Gold Rush for your first VMAX at least twice, and then use your supporter cards to draw, get out Milotic before you evolve your VMAX, before you even use your first Gold Rush, make sure you evolve Milotic first if you can. If you can't, then you can't do anything about it because we are drawing 3 cards at a time. So make sure you use your Ocean Surge. We have our 2 copies of Air Balloon and 4 copies of Bird Keeper for the Switch. We need way more Switch cards than the regular deck because we are only drawing 3 cards as I said. So if you play Research Marnie, you actually get to draw a lot of cards from your deck. You're more likely to draw out your Switch cards, your Air Balloon. Whereas with this deck, we're less likely to draw it out. That is why we have so many Switch cards. So we need 2 Air Balloons in order to use our mana fee. And also Ocean Surge actually increases the number of cards in your hand by 1. You actually get to draw an additional card from your deck. If you have a Pokemon card at the top 6 card of your deck, you actually get to use Bird Keeper, Ocean Surge, and then retreat with the Air Balloon. So every turn, Bird Keeper, Ocean Surge, retreat, Bird Keeper, Ocean Surge, retreat. That actually adds 4 cards every turn. Rather than only drawing 3 cards with your Bird Keeper, you actually get to draw that extra 1 Pokemon card if you have it in your at the top 6 card of the deck. We do have a lot of Pokemon cards. We have 18 Pokemon cards in this deck, so it's actually quite likely for us to draw it every turn. So that's the main play. That is why we have 2 Air Balloon in this deck, 4 copies of each Avery, Hop, and also Bird Keeper. So Hop doesn't do anything, only draw 3 cards. It's not a good card to play, but for this deck it is because we are not relying on those extra effects to draw that extra 2 cards. If we don't have any Pokemon knocked out on our last turn, we actually only draw 2 cards for this card. Then if you lose that rock paper scissors, if you lose the rock paper scissors game, you actually only draw 2 cards. Doctor, if they don't play a VMAX, you only draw 2 cards. League Staff, if you don't have a Winden Stadium in play, you only draw 2 cards. So it's actually better just to play a Hop. I prefer just to have that certainty. That is why I play a Hop. So you might just prefer a League Staff. It's a recommended variation of this deck. So hope hope you guys go ahead and if you want to experiment, go ahead for it. But for me, I've already tried it, and in my opinion, it doesn't work that well as opposed to these simple 3 draw cards. So I also have 1 Sonia and 4. We also have 4 Quick Ball in this deck to draw our basic Pokemons, 4 Capture Energy, and 1 Sonia to bring out as many basic as fast as possible. And we also have 1 Gym Trainer, and that's it, I suppose. 1 of each basic energy cards, 8 basic energy cards, and also 4 twin energy, 4 capture, and 1 lucky energy just to help us draw that extra 1. If they attack your VMAX twice, you actually get to draw extra 2 cards with your lucky energy by attaching only 1 energy to satisfy that final attack cost for your Meowth VMAX. So let's go ahead for gameplay with our Fortune Kitty deck, featuring Meowth VMAX and Indeedee. So we got an Xerneas coin for our Celebrations Xerneas. So we need to go first just because we want to evolve our Milotic as fast as possible. If we have a Phoebus already, that's great. Yep, we got a Phoebus. And we need to evolve Meowth as well because it's only 180 HP. So it gets knocked out very easily. If they boss auto knock it out, then that's gonna be super bad. So we want to be going first so that we evolve into a VMAX before they actually do anything to us. So I think we're gonna have to use this one. I don't really like to do it, but we don't have a choice. Oh, we actually do have a choice though. No, we don't have a choice, my bad. So we're gonna get a Meowth, I think. Doesn't matter what we get though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we're gonna get a Meowth and then capture for a Xerneas, and then attach the Xerneas, twin energy to Xerneas. We should have actually captured the next turn, but they could actually use a Marnie on us. If they use a Marnie, we need another twin energy. We have I don't think we have a Pierre's in this deck. We may actually have it. I forgot. I don't think we have it anymore. So a previous variation, we actually have a Pierre's to get the special energy. So it doesn't get any Pokemon because we are not playing any dark type Pokemon, but it does get out that that extra. Okay, we can't retreat for some reason. Oh, 2 energy retreat cost. That's horrible. Dang it, that's horrible. So we have to collect right now. At least, okay, we got Bird Keeper. We actually get to save that energy. That's Let's hope they don't use a Marnie. If they do, we just need to retreat with an energy. So bad thing about this deck is that if you draw all of your... We got a Milotic, that's great. If you draw all of your basic energy cards into your hand, you can't actually attach it anymore. We only have 8 to spare. Oh dear, we just got... I got the wrong one. I don't think we have a Milotic in the deck. I don't know. I should really focus on the game. Sorry guys. So let's just attach a Lucky Energy to this one. And we should actually Birdkeeper Ocean Search. Yeah, that was stupid. Oh well. We'll do it the next turn. If they don't knock us out, we'll do it the next turn. No mistakes. No mistakes. No more mistakes. Okay, we're good. Should we use a Birdkeeper right now? Should put this one just in case we get a Hop or a Avery. We should use Hop and Avery and save our Birdkeeper. Okay, we should actually use the Birdkeeper right now. So we got nothing. Why am I not surprised? We're just gonna Birdkeeper and then attach energy to something. Another Indeedee. Attached to another Indeedee. I don't think we're gonna get another Phoebus. I think we should though, because the other one is dying. So it's only 30 HP and they're attacking 10 damage at a time. So we should have just attached a basic energy first. They're using Milotic as well. Milotic and Ice Cube. $120 damage. I'm not sure why it didn't. It should be 240 by now. I'm not sure what happened there. It should be 240, right? That's a bit weird. So we didn't get our Birdkeeper, but that's okay. We need Milotic right now. We need it like real badly. Because if they use a Marty, we're dead. I'm not sure what happened just now. Because they were supposed to do like 240 damage already. Okay, they just let us win. Let's go ahead for another game. Remember the Disney Bambi, you know, the first one? The Disney Bambi? I'm not sure what you're talking about. The first movie, yeah, I remember the first movie. Why? Why are you asking? Oh, Xerneas Bambi? So we have to go first. We got Xerneas and our twin energy, that's perfect. But I don't know if I want to attach it though. It may just be safer to attach the fire energy first. Because they're just gonna use Fan of Waves or something. It's super risky just to attach that twin energy. It's super risky. So we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna discard Phoebus. For a Meowth. We actually got another Phoebus, that's great. And then attach a twin energy. I'm pretty sure they're gonna use a Marnie instead of a Fan of Waves. But you never really know if they have a fan. Just wondering. That's pretty random. That's pretty random. Because I thought Xerneas is a reference to Bambi. The tree of life though. Xerneas is the deer of life. The symbol of life. So I think we're gonna get a VMAX because we have no cards in our hand. If we they use a Peonia, that's not a Marnie. Marnie could actually help us, but we got an Evolution Incense. Having Evolution Incense is actually better than any other supporter cards. I would rather have an Evolution Incense than anything else because it's actually quite difficult to evolve your Pokemons. So we have Milotic. I don't know which one to get, Meowth or Milotic. Let's just get Meowth. Because we don't even have that many cards in our hand. If they Marnie us, it's actually gonna help us. So we're just gonna get a Menafee, and then Breath of Life. Any three would do. You don't really need a specific one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So they're playing Altaria, Corviknight, and Zamazenta. So we actually do 0 damage to Zamazenta. I forgot about... Okay, we have to discard Menafee now. Should we discard Menafee? Yeah, we have no choice but to discard Menafee. That's sad. Yeah, we're doing... I forgot about Zamazenta. We're doing 0 damage. Alright, at least we get to... Should we just attack with Xerneas? Because we can do a decent amount. We can't attack anymore. Yeah. Because the next turn is gonna kill us. It's gonna kill us in the next turn, so might as well just draw 3 cards. We're just gonna draw 3 cards. We got no supporter cards. This is horrible. We got no supporter cards. We're going to discard our special energy as well. They need 3 hits, so we're still good for a few turns, I suppose. Okay, we have to waste that twin energy. We have a basic attached to our Indeedee anyways, so... So we have to attach... I don't think it matters anymore because they're knocking us out the next turn, so might as well attach that Lucky Energy. So we're gonna attach Lucky Energy. And then... hop. We should have actually attacked with Indeedee. That was quite stupid. Yeah, that was quite stupid. We're just gonna save our Meowth and attack with Indeedee the next turn. Because Meowth can actually do a decent amount of damage. I forgot to actually use Indeedee first. but we can't actually do enough. So we didn't actually get to draw enough. We need another basic Pokemon. There's no way we're winning this game. They just used a Zamazenta on us. We shouldn't have evolved. We should have just used Slashing Strike. Slashing Claw twice is enough to knock it out. I forgot about Zamazenta. Yeah, we're not winning this one because of Crystal Cave, and we actually don't have any more attackers on our bench. I shouldn't have evolved that quickly. I should have just evolved Milotic first and then used Slashing Claw. We have 4 Bird Keepers, 4 Avery, 4 Hop, and 1 Gym Trainer. So that's a total of 13 supporter cards plus 1 Lucky Energy. So we should actually be drawing our supporter cards very easily. We have no... what's it called? We have no... I forgot what I wanted to say. Sorry about that. It just got out of me. So we're gonna attach our Twin Energy, and we're just gonna Quick Ball right now for a Phoebus. You can actually use a Melanie there first. If they use a Melanie, they can't use a Marnie. If they use a Marnie, they can't use a Melanie. I was quite sure that was a Sobble. So there's a bit of a lag here, sorry about that. I clean my PC before starting every time, but always there's a problem with it. So we're gonna evolve. There's no Zamazenta. Always check for Zamazenta. That annoying card. We get Milotic as well, that's great. But we have no energy card, so we may need to use Xerneas again the next turn. But it may be already dead the next turn, so let's hope we get a supporter card or an energy card, because we can't actually attack without anything. So Suicune is attacking us right now. Chinchino Frostmoth. I think they're playing Greninja V Union. Greninja, Twister Shuriken. Very interesting attack. So we got a Bird Keeper, that's great. We're gonna Bird Keeper retreat with oh, we should actually get, yeah, that was stupid. We should actually get our Menifee first. We have our Milotic though. We don't need we don't need anything anymore. Right, we actually don't need anything anymore. We just need Indeedee right now. Because we got Milotic, everything's good. We don't need to Ocean Search anymore. Ocean Search does give you that extra 1 card though, as I said, but it's better just to get Indeedee. So I think they're knocking us out the next turn, because all they need is 180 damage. So if they put a few more bench Pokemon, they can actually knock us out. 8 Pokemon is all they need, and we have like 6 right now. They need just 2 more bench Pokemons. Because we are only 300 HP, 300 the lowest HP for a VMAX Pokemon. A V Union HP. Zacian V Union is 320 though. So it's a very low HP VMAX, but the attack is quite cool though, because you get to draw 3 cards passing the turn, which is very interesting. So if they knock us out right now, we actually can't do much, can't do a lot of damage, because Indeedee needs 2 Gold Rush. If we get to do 2 Gold Rush, then then Indeedee is gonna do a lot. It's gonna help out a lot. Otherwise, Indeedee is not gonna actually be strong enough. But we don't need a lot of damage to knock out the Suicune though. If they play another VMAX though, or if they bring out their Greninja in time, they can kill us, so we have to be careful. Here comes another Suicune. I'm pretty sure they're gonna play another Suicune. They can actually use Energy Assist for their second one. I think they're gonna attack with the second one, because they have a Training Court and Frostmoth actually helps out. They need 1 more bench Pokemon, that's all they need. Thank God, oh thank God. Okay, we got to do it one more. We got to do Gold Rush once more, which is perfect. We're gonna save our energy just because. Oh, we actually get to use Training Court as well. We're gonna use Training Court and attach to one of our Indeedees. And then we're gonna use Gold Rush. We don't need to do anything else. I don't want to attack with Indeedee because they're just gonna use a boss order. Same as the last game. If they use a boss order, you're wasting your G-Max attack. Passing the turn not using the G-Max attack means you could do 200 damage the next turn though, but you know, you're drawing less cards and that actually, and you're killing your own Indeedee the next turn, which is not a good thing actually. If they boss order, you don't get to do Gold Rush anymore. If they don't boss order, you're actually losing an Indeedee, so either way is a bad deal. I don't think we can do it the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 180 damage is not enough. But the final Indeedee, if we get our third Indeedee can actually knock out the third Suicune, or even a Greninja, if they don't have a tool card. We just need 30 cards in our hand, which is quite crazy, but you never know if you can do it. You're probably gonna get Greninja by then. Don't know if we can manage 30 cards though. We can definitely manage 27. If they have a Cape of Toughness, 26. 26 is enough. We can do it. We can do 26. So we got Indeedee right now. We have to use Indeedee. We're just gonna use an Avery on them to remove that Chinchino, Minchino. And now we're gonna attack with a Lucky Energy. Training Court actually helps us because we are actually drawing an extra card with Training Court. So that's actually quite interesting. We don't have a mana fee, so I think we're doing 190 damage. 180, oh, because we attach an energy from our hand. Let's see how many pieces they have. They have, oh my gosh, they have 3 pieces already. We need a boss order in this deck. If we have a boss order, we can actually knock that one out. So do we have a Psychic Energy? If we have a Psychic Energy, we can actually use Xerneas to attack. We're just gonna use Avery. We're gonna keep using Avery to restrict them as much as possible. Okay, this is bad. We're putting Milotic in front and then using an Avery. Okay, we got our final Indeedee, that's perfect. We do have to be careful still though. Let's hope we get a Psychic Energy. Oh, we only have 2. They only have 2 prize cards left, so might as well just use both Indeedees. We don't actually have that many Twin Energies for some reason. We should have used a Gym Trainer just now. Oh well. So if they use Twister Shuriken, we're done for. Oh, we can't put that in Indeedee right now. So don't put that in Indeedee. Get an energy card. We don't have a Psychic Energy because we can actually attack with Aurora Horns. Otherwise, we're just gonna do it then. How else can we search for energy card though? We should have used a Sonia just now. Oh well. Let's hope Gym Trainer helps us get our energy cards. Because if we don't get a Twin Energy on the next turn, we're done for. We finally got it. We need a Twin Energy. Come on, Twin Energy. We got 3 more twins in the deck. Not sure why they're not showing up. Let's hope their Greninja, their final Greninja is in at the bottom of their deck or in their prize card. If they use Greninja, we're done for. How many damage are we doing? I don't think it shows how many damage we did. Yep, it didn't show, I don't think. Oh, it does. 220 damage. So Gym Trainer, we draw 4, 240. But we actually have to -2 because we are putting cards into play. So yeah, we can't win anymore because they just brought out their V Union. They got their Frostmoth. There's no chance we can win this game. Oh well, we give it our best shot. If we had a boss order, we would have won very easily. So I'm just gonna add a boss order in this deck. Somehow -1 card from it and add a boss order. Maybe just minus the lucky energy. We don't actually need the lucky energy because all of our Pokemon gets knocked out very easily. We're not healing our Pokemon, so lucky energy doesn't do much. You're actually you're reducing your cards by 1 if you attach that lucky energy anyways. So if we got a boss order, we would have won. But we couldn't do it because we have no boss order. Let's see if we can though. So we can't use Gym Trainer because we don't have any knocked out Pokemon on the last turn. So we're just gonna use a Bird Keeper. I don't know if we have any more cards to draw more into our hand. I don't think so. There's no way we can draw more cards. We don't even have a Manaphy. Manaphy doesn't work anymore because we just drew out all of our Pokemon cards. So we're just gonna do it. 280 probably, yep. So close. That was so close. We just need a boss order. Because we can knock out the Suicune. So we're gonna add a boss order in this deck. That one boss order makes a huge difference. We actually have none in this deck, so we're gonna add one. Minus a Sonia maybe? Lucky energy. We're gonna minus a lucky energy, right? Let's try it. Let's see how it works. Because I don't think lucky does much. We do have 16 energy cards, so pretty sure the special energy is gonna turn up more. They actually have a higher chance of turning up just because you are playing 4 copies of each of those special energies and only 1 copy of the basic, so they have a fairy coin. We also have a fairy coin actually. Okay, this is a bad hand. Because we got no twin energy, we got no not much basic energies. Sorry, not much energy cards in our hand. We actually need basic energy in our deck. So we're gonna just do it. We're gonna get Xerneas. I don't know if we should though. So we're gonna use Payday because Payday actually lets you draw 1 card. Hopefully we draw a twin energy on the next 4 cards we have. If they use a Marnie, that's gonna help us because we are putting our basic energy back in the deck. We need to do that to be able to use Breath of Life. But I don't think we can actually use that attack this game. Because we have no twin energy, we got all the basic instead. So they're using Torment. They're using Filch first. Oh, they can actually use Energy Switch and Torment. Okay, they're using Filch. Okay, it's a random deck, thank god. Should we use a Bird Keeper? Let's just use Avery again. Yeah, we can't actually do it anymore. So we're gonna have to attach energy one at a time because we just drew out too many basic energy cards. We have 3 more basic energy in the deck or in the prize card. Probably at least 1 is in the prize card. So we're not gonna rely on our Xerneas anymore. Unless they... Should we evolve right now? Let's just evolve the next turn. Unless they use a Marnie on us. Meowth VMAX, so cool. GMAX Gold Rush. You're drawing 3 cards, and with your supporter card, you're drawing 6 cards every turn. It's a very cool, very interesting deck actually. Very neat combo. Oh, we actually got our Milotic already, so we're wasting that card as well. I think they're... Okay, we actually get to use Payday. You can knock us out the next turn though. Should we just... I don't know what to do really. Let's just use a Bird Keeper because we have another Bird Keeper in our hand. And we got our Milotic in play, so we don't actually have to worry about a Marnie. So we can actually put it at the bench. It's safe unless they boss order us. If they boss order, they can't actually knock us out with 1 hit. So we're still good for 1 Gold Rush. 1 Gold Rush actually helps us a lot because they're not playing VMAXs. It doesn't look like they're playing VMAXs, not yet. By the time they put their VMAX, we would already have enough to knock it out with 2 hits. So the main idea is to get at least 1 or 2 prize cards with your VMAX, and then 3 Indeedee to collect all the other prize cards. Okay, we're using a Bird Keeper. Bird Keeper. Energy card. GMAX Gold Rush. One, two, three. We got a boss order. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, 18, 200 damage with Indeedee. 190 actually. If you attach that energy, we're doing 190 only. So we're using a hop. And we're putting that in Indeedee already. And we should have used a boss order, my bad. Yeah, that was really stupid. We should have just used a boss order. Oh my goodness. I forgot they actually used a torment on us. I forgot to check. That was stupid. Yeah, that was really silly. So, I forgot to check what they used the last turn. We should have just used a Bird Keeper. We don't have a Bird Keeper, so we definitely should have used a Boss Order. Uh, Boss Order doesn't work either. We should actually use a Boss Order and a Twin Energy. But we can actually knock it out with one hit. They are damaging themselves as well. So all we need is 190 damage, 19 cards in our hand. Not a lot. So we're playing Umbreon VMAX right now. We're gonna use a hop. Okay, we are gonna be very careful here because we actually need to retreat switch. It's gonna be quite difficult to navigate this one. Let me just think for a bit. I think we're gonna attach energy. Can we actually use a boss order? I think we're gonna kill the Hydreigon. Oops, I just used a hop. I forgot I just used a hop again. Oh my god. This is quite tricky. If we retreat though, that's gonna be quite annoying. So we got no air balloon. That's a bit annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 200 damage. We're just gonna try passing the turn. We can't actually do anything this turn. So we're gonna definitely retreat the next turn, attach energy to Meowth, because now we actually get to, we have the breathing space to attach freely to either another Meowth, to either the first Meowth or another Indeedee, and that allows us to hit the next turn with either one of the other two cards. So they're using Umbreon right now. Umbreon actually gets to target anything they want. So, okay, we finally get to do it. We're gonna knock out the Umbreon because 200 damage, we get to do it. We're gonna boss order the Umbreon. I don't think we can attach energy though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we can't attach energy cards. If we do that, we can't attach energy cards. So we have 5. Let's just kill this one and attach energy to our Meowth. We're gonna discard our special energies and then attach one to Meowth and then knock out the Hydreigon. Because if they have a Hydreigon, they can actually charge up the second Umbreon very easily, so might as well just knock out the Hydreigon. So we got another Indeedee in our hand. We just need Bird Keeper air balloons right now. That Torment is actually really annoying. I didn't realize how annoying it is. Because now we need to retreat and attach energy. So that's gonna zero our energy to Indeedee again. If they knock us out though, we get to draw 4 cards. Otherwise we're only drawing 3 cards with Hop. So here comes Wheezing. Okay, they're using Torment. Really annoying. Definitely hand kinesis, right? Yep, definitely. So we got... Let's just do that one. Let's hope we get an air balloon. We actually can't be drawing that many cards because we don't want to be decking ourselves out. So I think we have to use another Indeedee here. Because if we use Meowth, we could be decking ourselves out. Let's just use Indeedee. Hey Ian, how's it going Ian? So we're trying to make Meowth work with Indeedee. It's looking okay so far, but I would prefer to have more boss order in the deck. No abilities. So the only thing you have to watch out for this deck is to make sure you don't deck yourself out, because if you can't attack with anything but a Meowth, then you're gonna be forced to draw 3 cards, and we're not playing any Marnie in this deck. No Marnie means we can't actually put cards back into the deck. We have no rods, we have no way of adding cards back into the deck, so if we deck ourselves out, we're done. 80 is not enough to knock us out, so we're just gonna keep that. We're just gonna keep everything in place. We're just gonna not do anything. We're just gonna attack. I'm not sure why the timer is forcing me to play so fastly, so quickly. Because we have only 9 cards in the deck, we cannot use Gold Rush anymore. We can maybe use it once more, but we actually need to... If they evolve into a VMAX, that would be very bad because we have no escape rope. We have another Indeedee though, and we can't actually use Bird Keeper that many times, so only one Bird Keeper / Gold Rush. We cannot use both or more than one effect that allows us to draw cards. That forces us to draw cards. So here comes Hydreigon. They're gonna just attack with their 1 prize and then force us to kill the VMAX on the last... on our final prize card. I think they're gonna do that. They're just gonna evolve into a VMAX on the final one. At least we get to kill the Hydreigon. They're probably gonna use like Energy Switch and Torment again. We have another Indeedee, so let's just do this one. We have enough Twin Energy to spare. Milotic is still in play, so we don't need to worry about anything. We have an Air Balloon as well. We're keeping our hand, so don't need to worry about too much. Just that VMAX. If it's a VMAX, we're done for. If they kill our Milotic, we're also done for. But it looks like they're attacking with Moltres. Okay, they're killing our Meowth, which is actually a good thing. Because they're damaging themselves, and also we don't need to draw cards. We don't need to use Gold Rush. If they kill our Indeedee 1 by 1, then we actually can't attack anymore without being forced to draw cards. And honestly, if you're faced against this type of deck, the best way to win is to force your opponent to deck themselves out. So we're just gonna attack without doing anything because we should actually be drawing cards. You know, a Gym Trainer actually allows us to attack with 300 damage. If we're drawing we're getting 3 extra cards into our hand. So Gym Trainer for 300 damage with Hand Kinesis. Pretty cool. And now let's go for another game with our Meowth VMAX. I prefer to go first because you actually need to evolve quite a lot of things. You need your VMAX to evolve, your Milotic to evolve, and sometimes you just get no Twin Energy. It's better to attach your Twin Energy on your first turn going second, but if you are forced to attach it on your first turn going first, then better just do it because Xerneas don't get to attack with only 1 energy. Quick Ball. Okay, this is bad. We have to discard something though, right? I think we're gonna discard the VMAX. That's not smart though, is it? A VMAX or a supporter card? We have a lot of supporter cards, but we're only drawing 3 cards into our hand. We only have 3 VMAX in the deck, so I'm just gonna gamble on the supporter card. We actually need that air balloon. Oh my god, this is quite bad. Yeah, we have to do it. Let's try what happens. Okay, we got a really bad hand, a super bad start. We got no twin energy, no capture energy. That's the bad thing about your ball. This quick ball is very annoying. The only plus side is that you put it into your hand rather than put it directly onto your bench. Cause, alright, now this is another problem. We can't use a Pierre's because we don't actually have a Meowth. Okay, great. We got an energy and a Meowth. That's all we need. Oh my goodness, I almost attached to that one. That was stupid. Okay. We get to use Breath of Life. We don't actually have a Milotic, no Phoebus yet, so that's the bad thing. But we have our Meowth already. If they don't use a Marnie on us, we actually get to evolve the next turn. If they Marnie us, it could be actually better for us because we have like 4 evolution incense in the deck and we have no supporter cards right now. Pierre's doesn't actually do much. We're not playing Crobat for this deck, so Crobat doesn't actually help you if you have a lot of cards in your hand, which is the main strategy for this deck, having a lot of cards after. So if you don't play Crobat after your first few turns, it's gonna be useless after that. But if you have a Pierre's, you're probably gonna be using it in your first few turns, unless you played with your hand kinesis though. You can still use your twin energy for hand kinesis, and you can still use it for your capture energy. So you actually get to do a lot with that Pierre's actually. We're just gonna use a capture because we definitely need that Phoebus. If we don't get a Phoebus, we can't do much. Should we get Ocean Search instead? Nah. Okay, we're gonna use GMAX Gold Rush. They need 2 hits to knock us out, so we're still good. Okay, we got a Milotic. Let's hope they don't Marnie us. If we can knock out the Zacian with our Meowth, that would be great. But they're probably gonna just switch around. If they do that though, they can't attack enough damage. They can actually put another Zacian because they have a Bronzong now. Air Balloon, Zacian. That would be horrific because they can actually heal, put it onto the bench and wait for enough turns to heal it back to full HP, which is ridiculous. But we have 1 boss order in this deck. We just changed the deck list. We got 1 boss order minus lucky energy. We have no lucky energy now. The original deck list, we have 1 lucky instead of boss order. So they are playing Stunfisk. 180 on the first hit. If we choose to attack it, we're probably gonna attack it because we have to draw cards. But we're only good for that 1 more strike if we attack it though. So I don't think we can knock it out with the Indeedee. We're killing ourselves if we attack with Indeedee as well, so we need boss order. We got no boss order, but that's okay. Berserker, so they do 100 damage because of 2 Berserkers. That's crazy. Okay, we don't need Ocean Search now. But we do need a lot of cards in our hand, which is like virtually impossible. They need a switch card though. Let's hope they don't get their Birdkeeper. They're probably gonna have it, like... They're playing so many evolutions. 2 different types of evolution. A lot of Berserker. You need a lot to be able to evolve 2 on your bench. Unless they are super lucky. And they're playing Zamazenta as well. Don't know if we can win this one. Let's see. So they just knocked us out. Thanks to Berserker, they get to knock us out. What should we do now? We got an Avery though. At least we got an Avery. We get to boss order knock out the Zacian later. We don't need to be bothered about the Zacian. We just need to draw as many cards as possible. We actually need to put an Indeedee and attach energy. I don't think we're gonna use a capture. I don't think we need any more. We should put a Phoebus though, just in case. Okay, one less Berserker at least. And oh dear, we actually saved the Zacian. That's horrible. Ah, that's horrible. We saved the Zacian. That was stupid. I didn't think of that. I did not think about that. Oh my god. I don't think we can win this game anymore. Because we actually get knocked out as well. They're drawing another prize card. We just need Metal Saucers now. Yeah, we are too late. We can't do anything now. And we just saved them by discarding that Zacian. Because one boss order would have helped us delay a bit longer. If we got a... We have a Bird Keeper though. We shouldn't have put that one. Oh my god. Too many mistakes. Because now they can use a Metal Saucer. Let's hope they don't get it in time. They just need 2 Metal Saucers. We're done for. We're dead. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Okay, they use an Intrepid Sword. At least we have that. We need to use a boss order right now, I think, because we don't even have 22. We can't pull off a 22 cards in our hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right, 14 is enough. They have a Stadium card though. So only 12 damage. And we need way much more the next turn. This is horrible. I don't know what to do really. We got Twin Energy though, that's great. So we're just gonna attach Twin right now. And then retreat the next turn. There's no chance we're winning this unless they got like super unlucky and got no Metal Saucers. They can even attack with Berserker. We just gave them, yeah, we just gave them a Phoebus. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. I forgot about Bronzong. I thought they needed a switch. So don't use Avery at the wrong time, because you can actually save your opponent by discarding the damaged Zacian on your bench. We can actually boss order that Zacian later on, and then worry about the final 2 prize cards. It's gonna be much easier that way, because we have 2 more Indeedee to spare after the first one gets knocked out by Stunfisk. Okay, we're going first. We did get a bad hand though just now, so let's hope we get a good hand now. We got a Twin Energy and an Xerneas. We just need Meowth. We need our capture. Okay, we got a capture with Pierre's though. We got a capture for the next turn. So since we have a capture, we're just gonna attach this one because they're playing Rapid Strike. Probably have a could probably be playing Fan of Waves, but you never know. They could have no Fan of Waves, a lot of Stadium cards instead. Galarian Moltres against Dragapult, against Shadow Rider, Ribbon Badge. Okay, they didn't use a Marnie, that's great. No Marnie means here comes Breath of Life. But we need to evolve though. Let's hope we're lucky enough to get Evolution Incense. If we have a Menifee, we can actually use that Air Balloon to help out. Okay, we got a VMAX. Wow, we got a VMAX. But if they use a Marnie the next turn, we're done. The Marnie could actually be helping us, you never know. So save the Twin Energy for your Indeedee if you can. Because since we're going first and using that capture, might as well just save our Twin Energy. And we got 3 energy cards on the Meowth. We're actually weak towards fighting types, so they can actually knock us out with 1 hit. Gale Thrust is enough, so that's the bad thing about this deck. Meowth is weak towards fighting type. So we are only good for 1 hit, 1 Gold Rush, which is quite pathetic, but oh well. It is a fighting type. We got Avery, so Avery is gonna help us a bit. We got 4 copies of Birdkeeper and Avery in this deck, so if we draw an Avery, we're definitely gonna use it first. Here comes Urshifu, killing Xerneas. We need the Tower of Waters though. Okay, thank God. We can't actually knock it out though. So they're gonna get Tower of Waters the next turn. This is quite bad. So we can actually attack with Xerneas. I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, because we can actually do quite a lot of damage with Xerneas. So if they knock out Meowth, we can still use Xerneas to kill them. So they're definitely going to target Xerneas right now. Let's hope they evolve this one. They're definitely going to evolve the other one though, like obviously. Here comes a Rapid Strike Energy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have Boss Order though, so I don't think Indeedee is going to help anymore. This is really, really bad. We don't even have a Milotic, so this is like super, super bad. Okay, they just Boss Ordered us. That's horrible. Oh my god, they used the Boss Order on us. What can we do? Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. Because it is our weakness though, right? So let's just try another game. Not only is it our weakness, it's a crazy meta deck. It's a crazy meta format deck. So let's just try another one. We got a lot of supporter cards, so we're just gonna get Xerneas. We got everything. We got a bird keeper and a catcher, which is all we need. Should have used a capture first actually, but oh well. Okay, capture a Meowth and Breath of Life. Drago. Okay, thank God we had a Milotic already. That's great, because we actually have a lot of our supporter cards in our hand. So Marty would have actually destroyed us. Okay, that's great. We just need to use Meowth as fast as possible. That's all we need to do. We got a Avery though. We got Avery, so that's perfect. That card is actually very interesting. They're playing Tropius, Rally Back, very good card to play with your Drago. Very smart, very smart combo, because you're doing 120 damage without actually having to worry about that 20 less damage. If your opponent actually plays around that effect, they can actually... This is quite annoying. Yeah, we actually have to waste our twin energy. We have Bird Keeper, so we're just gonna retreat, save the number of cards in our hand, and yeah. So if your opponent play around the effect of your attack, they can actually force you to do much less damage, because if they attack like 100 damage, you are doing 200 less. So Dragon Energy only do 40 damage if you have 10 damage counter on your Drago. So if they use a Greninja Twister Shuriken on all of your bench all of your bench Dragos, you're only doing 40 damage for each Drago. So that's how bad this card is sometimes. If they play Amazing Kyogre or something like that, you know, bit by bit damage at a time, even a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, stuff like that, they don't even need to add that 10 damage counter to knock you out. They just need to add enough damage on you, and you're doing basically 0 damage, very close to 0 damage. So we have to use another Avery, right? Let's just do it. They didn't even get to attack us, so we get to do more than twice. We get to do G-Max Gold Rush more than twice, which is amazing. That means we actually got a lot of cards in our hand already. We're going to attach a basic energy just because we can, and we actually get to do a Bird Keeper Ocean Search. If we have enough Pokemon cards in our deck, we get to do Bird Keeper Ocean Search for that 1 extra card into our hand, but we are forced to put 2 cards from our hand though. We have to play Menafee and an Air Balloon to be able to draw that extra 1 card from our deck, from the top 6 card of your deck, if you have any more Pokemons left in your deck. We actually drew a lot of Pokemon cards, so I don't think we're going to do that anymore. Ocean Search is actually the main reason we have this card is to get our Milotic, because we only have 2 copies of Milotic and 3 copies of our VMAX. So 4 copies of Evolution Intense is actually enough, but since we're only drawing 3 cards at a time, it doesn't show up that easily. So we need our Ocean Search to draw out our Pokemon cards, and 2 Air Balloon actually helps out with your Menafee to help it switch retreat much easily. Bird Keeper, Air Balloon, and here comes Drago. Way too late in the game. We're drawing our 3 prize first, so that's a really good sign. And we don't have any more Averys. We should have saved the Avery just now, because we actually only discard 1, but oh well. I think we have 2 more Averys in the deck. Yep. Okay, we're gonna use Training Court to add that extra 1 energy card. So Training Court actually helps us, and we actually get to attach to Indeedee. We're gonna put another Indeedee. We don't actually need that many energy cards in our hand, just because we only need 13 cards to do 130 damage to knock them out. So that's the end for Meowth. We actually need to put another Phoebus just in case they boss orders. but they're definitely going to target Meowth first. Meowth is more dangerous to them. And also make sure you don't forget to check your deck when you're playing your Meowth VMAX, because you can actually deck yourself out playing way too many supporter cards, playing way too many Gold Rush. We have no Marnie, we can't actually put cards back into the deck, no Copycat, no Bruno, no ways of shuffling our hand back into the deck, no Rods as well. So make sure you check your deck often, especially after your third Gold Rush. You're very likely to have very few cards left. So after your third or fourth Gold Rush, don't use it anymore. Use your Indeedee instead, and don't play your supporter cards anymore if you can. If you need to do more damage, then make sure you do it. So it really depends on the situation. Here comes Tropius, Regidrago. Smarter to use Tropius though, because they just need 2 energies. But we could just boss order them, and that's gonna be bad. If we boss order though, we are knocking them out. That means they're actually doing 120 more, and they don't need to do that many damage to knock us out. So we draw our first 3 prize cards, so we don't need to do anything anymore. We just need our final Indeedee. If we get another Indeedee, that would be great. Otherwise, we're gonna need another Meowth or an Xerneas to knock them out. This is gonna be horrible. Let's hope we get... Should we draw cards though? Let's use a Sonia actually. Okay, we got it. We got our last Indeedee. That's good. That's great. So I don't think they're gonna hit our bench. They can't put cards into our deck, so we're just gonna play Phoebus for safety, and we're gonna put 2 Xerneas. So we finally got a good game against our perfect match, the match that we are strong against. Our last match is the worst match we could possibly be paired up against. Our worst pair, Urshifu VMAX, because we are weak towards fighting type. Meowth VMAX, only 300 HP, so that means 1 Gale Thrust is enough to knock it out. 1 Gale Thrust, Rapid Flow doesn't actually get to knock it out though, so they need to use Gale Thrust. And they actually used a boss order just now, so we don't even get to use we didn't even get to use Gold Rush once, which is ridiculous. Rally back. So we have no Crobat in this deck. That's the beauty of not playing Crobats. The beauty of not playing Crobats. We are drawing 1 prize at a time now. Same goes for them. So there's no way they can win now. We have to put this one, right? Let's just do it, right? Because we have a Twin Energy in hand. Everything's perfect. Good to go. We have Milotic. We actually get to evolve another Milotic, but let's just keep our hand. Is that a Milotic? I think it's a Manaphy. Oh, we don't actually have a Milotic. So we get to draw though. We should actually be drawing cards because we have a lot more in our deck. We're doing only 220. We could be doing more. And we're putting cards into our bench, attaching energy, you know, attaching tool cards and stuff like that. So we actually need to draw a bit more cards just to keep the number of cards in our hand at a balanced level, enough to knock out that Regidrago. There's no way they can win this. Like, there's no way. They're locked. It's a total lock because they have. If we have a Milotic, it's a Milotic lock. They need like a bench snipe, some kind of a bench snipe, to attack a lot of our Pokemons at the same time in one go. So we got our Gym Trainer, we got our Xerneas, and 260 damage. That's great. Okay. So that's it for this deck. It's called, I forgot what it's called actually. Something Kitty. Fortune Kitty, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck. It's called the Fortune Kitty. it features our Meowth VMAX from Sword and Shield promo. So it has the GMAX Gold Rush attack doing 200 damage for 4 energy costs. How do we charge this card up? We have our Xerneas Breath of Life to attach 3 basic energy of different types. So it doesn't matter what type you attach to, so it's colorless energy cost. That is why Xerneas is the perfect pair, but we're only attaching that 1 extra energy. If you attach 1 energy at a time to your Pokemon, you're as opposed to using your Xerneas, you're only attaching that extra 1 to your Meowth, because if you attach on your turn 1, by your second turn you have 2 energies on your Meowth VMAX, whereas with your Xerneas, by your second turn you have 3 energies attached to your Meowth VMAX, and you get to attach that extra 1 from your hand. That means you have 4 energies already if you get to use your Breath of Life on the first turn. But as you saw earlier, we actually need to be going first. If you get a coin flip, if you win the coin flip, make sure you go first, because it's not that likely for us to draw our twin energy on our first turn, even though we do have that 1 copy of Pierre's in this deck. Pierre's help us get our special energy. We are not playing any dark Pokemon, no Crobat in this deck, so Pierre's only get out your Capture or your twin energy. Capture is a very strong card because we actually need our Capture to bring out Phoebus and also Meowth. If we don't have a Meowth on our bench, Breath of Life is not going to do anything. If we don't have a Phoebus fast enough, we're not going to be able to draw cards to make a difference for our Indeedee. So we need to use our Gold Rush. We need our Milotic out by the time we use our first Gold Rush, and then that actually helps out with Indeedee later on. After your second or third, if you're lucky enough to do your third Gold Rush with your first Meowth, obviously we actually get to only play 1 Meowth per game. It's better just to play 1 Meowth, because if you want to charge up your second Meowth, you're going to have to need another Xerneas. You're going to have to waste another 1 prize card. If they boss order your Meowth before you evolve it, that's going to be even worse. So make sure you only play 1 VMAX if you can. If you can do at least 2 Gold Rush, that's going to help out with your Indeedee, because we do have 3 copies of this card. Indeedee actually gets to do at least 150 damage later on, and it does more and more and more. If you get to do 3 Gold Rush, it's going to do 200 plus damage on your first as your first hand kinesis hit. So the first hand kinesis is going to do 200 plus damage, and then this later on is going to do like 250, 300. You get the point. It's going to do more and more because you're drawing 3 cards at a time. We have no leak stuff, so we actually get to do only 3 cards, add 3 cards into our hand at a time. So as I keep explaining, we actually get to use Bird Keeper, Ocean Surge to get that extra 1 card from our deck, and do that extra 1 damage counter, 10 damage to your hand kinesis, because Ocean Surge allows you to search your deck, the top 6 card of your deck, for a Pokemon, put it into your hand, and then you get to use your Air Balloon to retreat back to your Indeedee to attack. We have 2 copies of Air Balloon in this deck, 4 copies of each Bird Keeper, Hop, and Avery to draw 3 cards into our hand. Only 1 Gym Trainer because we are playing a VMAX, so we don't actually get to play Gym Trainer that often. If we have like 4 or 3 copies of Gym Trainer in our deck, then we're very likely to draw them into our hand. That means we actually have to use them early on in the game. We cannot be using Gym Trainer at the start of the game, because we are playing a VMAX. That means our VMAX is going to be knocked out very, very much later in the game. So we actually are only drawing 2 cards if we play that many Gym Trainer in our deck. That is why you only have 1 Gym Trainer. League Staff actually helps you a lot, because if you have a Winden Stadium in play, you get to draw 4 cards into your hand. But the bad thing about that card is that you need to fit in 4 Stadium cards, otherwise that supporter card is not going to help you. Otherwise, if you don't have that Winden Stadium in your hand, if it gets stuck in your deck, if you can't find it in any way, then it's going to be very, very bad for you. You're going to only draw 2 cards with that League Staff, and that's going to be super, super bad. And also, if you play that Stadium card, they can actually play Stadium cards of their own. Stadium cards are very, very popular nowadays with Path to the Peak. Just because people play Path to the Peak, you actually need Stadium cards in any deck to reverse that effect, to lift off the curse that actually disables your VMAX abilities. So just because for any deck you need your Stadium cards to nullify that Path to the Peak, we actually cannot be playing that Winden Stadium League Staff combo, because if we do that, we're gonna waste our Stadium cards. We're gonna need to play that Stadium card over and over and over, and that actually defeats the purpose of drawing 4 cards. So drawing 4 cards and playing that Stadium card is actually -1. So you draw 4 and -1 is actually the same as drawing 3. But the good thing about League Staff though is if you do that, you actually get to draw more easily. You get to draw out your evolution cards more easily. You get to evolve faster. You get to do stuff faster. That's the plus side of playing that arrangement. But for me, I prefer not to have that, just because stadium cards. If you run out of your Winden Stadium, if they don't show up at the right time, League Stuff is not going to do much for you. And you actually have to fit in 4 extra cards in your deck that are not supporters. You know, you're only drawing 4 cards. It's not a lot. You actually need a lot of supporter cards to be able to pull off this deck, because you need you need to be able to some way evolve your Pokemon by only drawing 3 cards at a time. That's very, very difficult. That is why we have our Fion, so our Manaphy to Ocean Search for that evolution card. We have 4 evolution intenses and also 4 quick ball plus our 1 Sonia, and also 4 capture energy to bring out our basic Pokemons. And for our supporter cards, as we said, we have 4 copies of each Birdkeeper, Avery, and Hop to draw 3 cards, 1 Gym Trainer, and also 1 Boss Order in this deck. We switched the original deck list. Originally, we had 1 Lucky Energy and no Boss Order. So now we swapped that 1 Lucky Energy for Boss Order, just because Lucky Energy doesn't actually work that well. If they one-hit knock out your Pokemon, you're only drawing that 1 extra card into your hand if they one-hit knock out your VMAX or even your Indeedee. You know, sometimes you may not be lucky enough to attach a Lucky Energy to your VMAX Pokemon because it shows up way too late, because we are only playing that 1 copy in this deck. So you can even use your PRs for that Lucky Energy if you want. So that's another interesting variation. But for this deck, it's more important, way more important to have your Boss Order. That's why I decided to change the deck list. So Boss Order is much more important than that Lucky Energy. We're also playing 8 copies of our basic energy cards, so 8 different basic energy cards, just so we get to attach very, very freely with our Breath of Life. Because if we play more than 1 copy of each type, then obviously Breath of Life is not going to do anything. If you have a few energy cards in your hand and all of the types in your deck is the same, then you can't actually attach more than 3 cards. You can't actually attach more than 3 energies with your Breath of Life, because you need 3 different types in your deck to be able to pull off that attack. That is why we have 8 different types and only 1 copy of each, because we can't actually afford to have that many energy cards in this deck. We need a lot of supporter cards, we need a lot of trainer cards, we need our Pokemon as well. So we are playing 3 copies of each Phoebus, Meowth and Meowth VMAX. We have 3 copies of Indeedee, 3 copies of everything except for our Manaphy. We have only 1 Manaphy and only 2 Milotic. So we have also 3 copies of Xerneas, because it is our main energy charger, our main turbo charger. So we want to be attaching 3 energies on our first turn already to Meowth, and then our second turn we get to attack. If we can, if we go first, then it's better just to attach Capture to your Xerneas, and then on the second turn use Breath of Life. On the third turn use your Gold Rush. You know, that's the another better alternative you get to do with this deck. But if you do that though, your opponent may actually Boss Order and hit your Meowth VMAX with the first hit, and by the second hit it's gonna get knocked out. So you're only good for 1 Gold Rush if you do that though. So it's actually better to go second and use your Breath of Life on the first turn if you can find a way to make that work for this deck. But for me, I prefer just to go first, because we don't actually have that many PRs in this deck for our first turn, Twin Energy, and also Capture. If you play a Capture, you can't play Twin. If you play a Twin, you can't play Capture. And we don't have any other way to summon our basic Pokemon, our basic Meowth, except with our Quick Ball, Capture, and Sonia. So if you need, so maybe instead of that Capture, add a lot of Sonia, so that you actually get to use your Sonia to bring out your Meowth. And then on your first turn going second, you can actually use your Twin Energy but if you use that though, if you use Sonia to bring out your Meowth, you can't actually use PRs anymore. So Sonia and PRs are both supporter cards, so that's the bad thing. You need another type of ball to bring out your V card, because there's no other way to summon your V card other than with a Capture, Sonia, or your Quick Ball. Great Ball doesn't work always. Great Ball is very, very chancy, as we all know. Pokeball as well. So on the next set, on the set after Fusion Strike, there's going to be Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is going to be reintroduced. I'm very, very happy for that. But on the next set as well, there's going to be Battle VIP Pass, which allows you to search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench. On your first turn, you can't actually use that item card if you don't get it in your hand on your first turn. So you only get to play that card on your first turn. So after your first turn, that card is gonna be useless. There's no effect for the item card anymore. The item card is gonna be 0 effect. So that's the bad thing about Battle VIP Pass. But if you draw it in your hand on your first turn though, you get to use that item card to summon your basic Pokemon. So that Battle VIP Pass is gonna be a huge game changer for this. For any deck really. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, or fulfilling in any way, we're signing up now. This deck is called Fortune Kitty. Please tune in for the next episode for more cool new combos featuring new cards from Pokemon Celebrations, Evolving Skies. We are trying to make old cards strong again because we actually tried to make Meowth VMAX with our Pokemon Celebrations card Xerneas with the Breath of Life attack. So hope you guys enjoyed that fun, cool new combo. We actually had a lot of fun building this deck and experimenting with our Meowth Gold Rush with our Indeedee perfect combo. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next video and have a nice day. Bye guys!